So what I'm gonna do is, even though I didn't ride my bike here today, I will in the future. I want to show just the views from the drone. Like I won't have the drone when I do ride my bike here. All right, welcome back to Race Ready Road to Boulder, episode 14. Oh man, a couple weeks ago, I had taken a ride up in my car, wondering where this road ended. Because when I was training for my Ironman, I got up about halfway. I'm like, man, how far does this road go? So a couple weeks ago, I went with my truck and drove up and see how far it went. Well, it keeps going. Anyway, I did say that I was gonna ride my bike up here, and being a man of my word, I rode my bike up here. There's the whole bay. Whew, it took me 1 hour, 8 minutes to get here with a 1,608 foot climb straight up. Oy. So, for those who don't know, for those who are new, this series is my journey to my first half Ironman. This half Ironman will be in Boulder, Colorado, and I'll be racing with my really, really good friend, Adley. So this is his first Ironman. This is my first half Ironman. I did a full Ironman last year on my birthday, my 45th birthday. If you haven't seen the video, check it out. All right, let's see. Quick little update. I will be going to Colorado May 19th for Adley's graduation. While I'm there, I'm gonna see if I can do some recon and see the course, to see what the course looks like, what kind of hills, where I'm running, what type of, and if it's paved road, dirt road. I'd like to get information before I do something, so I know what to expect. I really don't like the unexpected type things if I can help it. So, all right. Well, it took me an hour to get up. It's probably gonna take me 10 minutes to get down. But I just wanted to make sure that I documented that I finally made it up to this point. I guess I can keep on going upward, but it's all good. I'll go down, do some flat riding. 1,600 elevation is enough for one day. All right, we'll see you guys soon. All right, I wanted to get a better picture. I couldn't leave without getting a good camera shot. If this tree, just cut it off, you would see all of South Bay, San Jose area. Then you got Moffett Field right over there. That's the bay. Beautiful. Anyway, that's it. Welcome back to the video. All right, so I got some good news and I got some bad news. I'll say the good news first. Good news is I will be headed to Colorado to watch Adley graduate. I've already announced that. Bad news is one of the reasons that I really wanted to go to Colorado outside of watching Adley graduate is I wanted to do some recon. I wanted to see where we're swimming, where we're running, and where we're cycling. That I really want, and I still can see that. Bad news is the swimming in the reservoir doesn't open, or the season doesn't open until the week after I'll be in Colorado. So the reservoir is not open to the public, so it is closed. I really wanted to take my wetsuit, take a swim, get familiar with the reservoir, see how it feels, just the visual, the temperature. I know we're still 28 days away from the race, but I just wanted to get an idea. I don't want my mind to be so curious. I again, just have an idea of what the course will look like, or at least the water. Anything else, no big deal. I can handle it. We will be in high elevation, so when I do go to Colorado, I will be running. And I'll see if I can, if they have a Crunch, I'm a member at Crunch, see if there's a fitness facility there, and I'll do some cycling. But I want to see how my lungs feel. I feel as if I'm ready, but I won't know if I'm elevation ready until once I am there. So again, next week is going to be a lot of understanding of where my conditioning is, understanding of the course, just some certain things that I can kind of get kind of put my mind at rest at what to expect. There isn't any fear, there isn't any anxiety. I just really like to go into things well prepared. That way I have an understanding. So for example, when I did in 2012, when I did the world's toughest mudder, I did 11 different courses every month for 11 months. And I went all around the United States. I went up to Canada. And I knew once I qualified for the world's toughest mudder, again, at that time, you still had to qualify for the world's toughest mudder, which was a 24-hour race, 10-mile loop, as many as you can. Whoever does the most wins. And I knew, and I had about maybe a month or 2 months before the world's toughest mudder when I qualified. So I knew that I had to figure some things out. And one of the things that I figured out was how cold it was going to be, and wearing a wetsuit while running was going to be necessary. So for a couple of races, I ran with the wetsuit just to see how it feels, to see how tired how mobile I would be, how fatigued I would be. And one very, very good thing was, I think one of the first or second times that I wore my wetsuit, I was in Toronto, and the weather was beautiful until we start running uphill or up the mountain. And once we got to the top of the mountain, it was covered with snow. And there was the obstacle where we had to swim through, the lake that was there. But the lake was frozen, but you could see where they broke the ice, where they left a path for us. And while there was a lot of people in shorts, a lot of people in shirts, luckily for me, I was wearing my wetsuit because I was prepping for the world's toughest mudder. So I survived that, luckily. It wasn't that bad, but still, I didn't want to be cold at that moment. And anyways, so when I knew that the world's toughest mudder was going to be in New Jersey, I signed up for the New Jersey Tough Mudder, just so that I can get an understanding of the environment, just the understanding of where I'm going to be, where the race is going to be. That really helped a lot, just eased a lot of curiosities in the mind. So that's what I'm doing now, but I'm not gonna be able to swim, so that's gonna be the unfortunate part. But it is what it is. I'm excited, and again, more importantly, this is a graduation of Adley, so I'm really, really excited to see him. I didn't get to see him walk for high school because that was the pandemic year. So this is the year that I get to watch him walk, which is gonna be amazing. So that's that. Let's see, what other news is there? All right, well, we're 28 days away, and I have all my gear checked out. I'm not worried about that. Again, we are driving to Colorado, so that's going to be interesting to see when we want to leave, when the registration dates are, all that good stuff. That's going to be figured out later. That's not any big deal. Outside of that, my body feels good. Running feels good. The cycling feels good. My swim feels really good. Again, now this is my second season training, so which means I've been swimming for about a year and a half, and I can tell the difference between running or swimming now versus swimming right before the Ironman in October. So definitely the time of me swimming is, my body's getting used to the movement. My body's understanding their propulsion necessary. And the biggest thing that I'm working now with swimming is just the pace. Yes. So one of the issues that I had in Ironman prep last year was my pace. The issue was the dependency that I had with the pool. When I would look down, I can see how fast I'm going based on the tiles, how fast the tiles are moving, and how fast I get to the other side of the pool, which is 25 meters. Well, in open water, there's variables, right? There's no guarantee that I'm gonna have a visual. When I went to Lake Tahoe, the water was clear. I can see how far I was going. I can see everything. When I went to the Russian River last year in preparation, I couldn't see my hand in front of me. So that was like a huge shock. It was like swimming blindly and then only being able to see when I'm sighting, right? So sighting is when I'm in my stroke, and when I breathe, I look up, breathe, and then continue my stroke. So that was a huge, again, in the pool, even when I was testing the sighting, I had vision and I had vision. In the Russian River, no vision, all of a sudden vision for a split second, back down, split second, back down. It was very challenging for the brain, right? My brain couldn't relax because I wanted to see where I was. I didn't want to be zigzagging. So it was definitely a challenge for that first time in open water. So that's why I really wanted to see what to expect for this reservoir, because I need to see how much visual I'm going to have. Again, just to ease my mind. But I'm not going to know, so I guess we won't find out until race day. Let's see. Anything else that I need to update you on? No, I'm injury free. Everything's looking good. I will say this. I have spoken to some friends of mine or people who I know. Some people have said that they've done a half Ironman, and there's some who've done the full. But it's funny because the people who have done half Ironman have now an understanding of what it takes, even though it's only half. They have an understanding of what is expected to do the full. And you did all that training for that half. You went through that, that hard work for that half. And then I only can imagine, I got to double that for a full Ironman. Where I did the complete opposite. I did the full Ironman first, and now this is my first half Ironman. So I'm the opposite, where I don't feel like, 1 mile swim versus 2, piece of cake. A 60-mile bike ride, not 112, piece of cake. Run a half marathon after, not a full, piece of cake. Although it is not a piece of cake, but in my head I'm thinking, man, I doubled it. Half of it seems so much, I don't want to say reasonable, but it feels like, okay, I can do this. The brain is comfortable. So I'm really, really glad that I did the full Ironman first and a half Ironman second. So that really, and actually it's a detriment, because now that I know now I know what to expect running a triathlon. I never ran a triathlon before in my life. So now to run one, experience one, and a full one, anything less feels like a cakewalk. And that messes with my mind, because when I trained for the full, I didn't know what to expect. So I went hard. And now on this one, I feel like, and running 2 marathons, I'm like, I'm good. So my mind has really been challenged to stay focused and disciplined, because I feel like I'm already in shape to do it. And half, which is not, like, to me, it feels like it's, an easy day. It messes with you, because then it's hard to get motivated to get up and work out. It's hard to get motivated to do that 2-hour run versus, just taking some time off, or even half of the run. So it's definitely been challenging in that sense. But outside of that, I'm excited. I stay disciplined. I stay ready to go. And we're just 1 day, 1 week closer to June 8th. And again, we will see you there. I'll get some more video of Adley in preparation. Next week is his graduation, so we're not going to have any too much training videos from him, because he's preparing to be finished with school. But we'll see what I can do. Get some videos up, and I'll get some swimming videos as well. So we'll see you next week.